This is RF from the Country Lunch Show on WOOL 91.5 FM. And this week we have an interview with Spatz Donovan. Hi, Spatz. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Spatz Donovan. People say, where are you from, Spatz? Well, I always say, well, I'm apple, cheese, and crackers. You know? New York, apple, Wisconsin cheese, and Florida cracker. And I'm not a Republican, and I'm not a Democrat. Democrat. I mean, I'm a mythological mudwop.
I'll bleep that out.
On a fence that continuously shakes its head yes and no. I'm an adventurer in life. You know, I've hitchhiked around the world several times over, doing street theater. I've done over 20,000 shows at a venue called Church Street Station, home of Rosie O'Grady's Good Time Dixieland Jazz Emporium down in Orlando, Florida. And I have a beautiful son who's a music producer down there. And he's an amazing creative person. And I've worked with a lot of people in the jazz world and in the world of comedy and musical comedy. I'm a song and dance man, and I do impressions, and I'm a clown. I've done things for the United Nations around the world, internationally. I've entertained 2 presidents.
Does that mean you've been to the White House twice?
Yeah, once for John F. Kennedy. I was a featured soloist in John F. Kennedy's inaugural choir. And there were 120 of us, young lads, grade schoolers, that we were the governor of Wisconsin's inaugural choir. And then we went to Washington, became Kennedy's choir. And then I did a thing for Ronald Reagan as well in Florida. So, and when I got off stage, Reagan grabbed my arm and said, "Well, Mr. Donovan." I said, "Yes, Mr. Reagan, what is it, sir?" "I just want to say that I could tell that while you were performing on stage, you were not a Democrat." I said, "Well, why do you think that, Mr. Reagan?" And then he said, "Well, because at no time did you make an ass out of yourself." And I've done cartoon voices for Disney, and I was a ghostwriter for Jim Henson's Muppets, and I've been a rock and roller, back in the days of the British invasion. I saw the Beatles, and I've seen, I live, eat, and breathe show business. I got grease paint in my veins, gypsy in my soul, and sawdust in my britches. I do a one-man I do over 400 impressions. I have a show called Legends of Laughter, where I portray 26 of America's most legendary Hollywood film comedians, like Groucho Marx and Jimmy Durante and the Three Stooges and Abbott and Costello and Bob Hope and Bing Crosby and Abbott and Costello and Red Skelton and Al Jolson. Oh, geez, Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin. I got to keep doing all this until I get it right someday. Show business is just one step ahead of the sheriff.
Right.
You're right about that.
Is that Jerry?
Yeah, that's
Jerry
Jerry.
Donatellia, I hear?
You guys want to headbang and do the Elvis impersonation battle here?
I'm telling you, I directed the show with him, and then I first met him down in Orlando. We were movie extras on an Anthony Hopkins film with Cuba Gooding Jr.
Oh, right, yeah.
And, oh, my God, we became friends instantly. And he says, Spatz, he says, he had heard about me, and of course I had said, listen, I'm a big Elvis Presley fan, and he told me that he loves, impersonating Elvis, and like his DNA is Elvis Presley.
He's got Elvis in the box. That's what I say about him.
No under the string, so.
And I said, not only could you do Elvis, I said you could do a great Dean Martin.
Yeah,
So
I remember that. Yeah.
I put together this show as a Rat Pack show down in Florida, and we gathered up a Sinatra lookalike, a Sammy Davis Jr., and we had Jerry playing Dean Martin and another guy playing Bing Crosby, and we put together a fun show, and we worked that out for a while until people went off on their different ways. Later on, I ended up writing the show again up in New York, and it ran off Broadway for 4.5 years to standing rooms only, ovations every night, and it was about Sinatra's life in Hollywood and using all look-alike, sound-alikes, and that was a lot of fun. And I did that at the 13th Street Repertory Theater down in Greenwich Village here in New York. I'm calling you from Sunnyside, New York.
Where's Sunnyside, New York?
That's outside the door of your heart. I'm knocking on the door, but you got to let me in.
Righty.
It's in Queens, and I live on the Street of Bliss Street in Sunnyside.
Al, you play bass, right?
Yes, I do.
Well, when we get together, you'll have to back me up on some cartoon music, because I'll put together some cartoons for you, like, hello, Al. It's great to be on your show. It's Mickey. And
should I go buy a tuba?
Oh boy, Al. Gosh. Oh, down, Pluto. And maybe Bugs Bunny would be there and going, what's up, Doc? Oh, get that squirrely wabbit.
Oh, hi, Tom Pussycat. Oh, hi, Gid.
Suffering succotash. Ooh, I hate rabbits. Ooh, I say, son, go down to the barnyard to see the chicken hawk. Yeah.
Oh, Popeye. Oh.
Yeah, we could do it all. We'll put them all in the show at once. And we'll even have Fred Flintstone going, that's right, Barney, we're going down to Bedrock. Okay, Fred. Oh.
Wow, it's incredible. Do you have to work at that, or does it just come naturally?
Well, when I popped out of my mother's womb on Thanksgiving Day, she said, look, there goes a turkey. And when the spotlight hit me and I came out, I went, showtime! The doctor slapped me. And then, son, she said, now you know the reason why everyone gives thanks on this day. And then my mother slapped me again. And to this day, I've always been slap happy.
Unbelievable.
It's the 50th anniversary of so many things. It's an exciting time. This year they're celebrating, in New York City. Back in '69, I led a parade, the Stonewall Parade, for gay rights, right through Central Park, and that was a great highlight. And then also in 1969, summer in '69 in New York, we had man landing on the moon. And that was just exceptionally wonderful, with a ticker tape parade down Fifth Avenue and a big bonfire and in Central Park, that they celebrated. It was one of the greatest accomplishments of the 20th century. That's the 50th anniversary. And then I just recently went up to Bethel Woods to celebrate the Woodstock 50th anniversary. And I saw Ringo Starr and the All-Stars and Blood, Sweat, and Tears and Edgar Winter and Doobie Brothers and Santana. It was a great time. I was at the original 1969 Woodstock, and that was sensational. And another 50th anniversary was the funeral, the death of Judy Garland. And my mother and I and my sister, we all went to the funeral of Judy Garland. And turns out it's the 80th anniversary of The Wizard of Oz, Al.
Oh, is
Are
that
you guys
right?
there?
Yeah.
Okay, and it's the 80th anniversary of The Wizard of Oz, right? So you got
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. We wish to welcome you to Munchkin Land.
and you had like, I could while away the hours, conferring with the flowers, consulting with the rain. And you had the Cowardly Lion going, in the hottest summer weather, I'm dressed in boots and leather, with Levi's tightly shrunk, and I feel brave and reckless when I wear my Mike motorcycle necklace, 'cause I'm nothing but a punk. I could tell you why. The ocean's near the shore. And put 'em up. Put 'em up, you shivering junkyard. Put 'em up, you lopsided bag. We're king of the forest. and of course you had the wizard. Why bust my buttons? Ooh, that's a horse of a different color. We come on in. I am the great and powerful Wizard of Oz. So we had, and then that was a great year, the 50th anniversary, so many wonderful things. The Oscars had the Best Actress of Barbra Streisand. I've got 36 expressions, sweet as pie and tough as leather. And you had Kate Hepburn in The Lion in Winter, Best Actress. The Cali lilies are in bloom again, rally they are. Let's go, Suck-Face Norman, rally. And the best movie was Oliver. And the 50th anniversary of Easy Rider with Peter Fonda, who was my friend and who just recently passed away. And Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, and with Paul Newman and Robert Redford, and you had Midnight Cowboy with John Voight, and Dustin Hoffman. I'm walking here. We'll go down to Miami Beach and I'll show you how to really shake a keister. And you had Finian's Rainbow with the legendary, Fred Astaire, Look to a rainbow, follow it over the hill and stream. And on Broadway, you had the best Broadway show was 1776, and you had Hair, and you had Promises, and you had Zorba, and the best Grammy Award of the 50th anniversary was back in 1969. Also was Aquarius, Let the Sun Shine In, and you had that was the best record of the year, and the best artist of the year was Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, and the best male vocalist was Harry Nilsson. Everybody's talking from Midnight Cowboy. What a year, huh, guys?
Yeah, that's a great year.
Those were the days, my friend, we thought would never end.
We celebrated some wonderful memories, and you look back. And, show business is a kaleidoscope of wonder and amazement and enlightenment and beauty and absolutely just so many things to reflect and look back at, those 50 years. And, to live it all and to see some of that stuff, I'm very fortunate and very, very, very lucky.
Well,
yes, that's, I've talked to people. Do you know Billy Bragg?
I do not.
Oh, he talks about the same thing. He's a folk singer from, well, I can call it folk, from England. He's played at our fundraisers, and his perspective of life has really been good to him because of what he does and what he has to offer to humanity and people. And you just can't match people with talent that did it. I mean, they're really beautiful people, and they must live beautiful lives. I, unfortunately, am not that successful, but I keep aiming my guns that way. Maybe someday.
Hey man, you throw enough crap against the wall, something's gonna stick, right?
If something's got, yeah. If it look, even if I look like one of them flat Halloween witches, you know. Hey.
Oh yeah, the witch.
Yeah.
Care for a ball of fire, Scarecrow?
Oh, Margaret Hamilton, Wizard of Oz, she was wonderful. You know, New York City's going to rent me out as to go haunt houses throughout all the boroughs. with the kind of kisser I got, you know, I can't go wrong.
You must smile all the time.
Yeah, you know, happiness is a beautiful thing, my friends. And my mission in life is to spread the good vibes and the good energy, and to do the happiness thing. And you know, you only live on the planet. You know, you got one shot, so you know, you wake up every morning and you just take you slip some bologna in your shoes to make you feel funny, and you go on out there and you just have a great time, and you know, spread the energy like any good hippie would do, right?
Right. Very interesting. I mean, that's life. I mean, you got it all together, how life runs. I'll wake up with a hangover or something, you know. But
you can always turn a lemon into lemonade and accentuate the positive and eliminate the negative. And that's the good way to look at life, because life is a gift and it's very precious, as you are. And Jerry, you know, it's all about, you know, making life work in a positive way through enlightenment and peace, love, and a good come from.
you sound like Brian. Always look on the bright side.
Yeah.
Do you do him? Can you impersonate Brian?
No.
No.
You mean I
He
found?
got crucified like Jesus, and that's what it's.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Right.
Right. We did that. That was one of them British movies there. Hey, can you give me a station ID, and we can put it on here and let it run in the background? You know, something like your name and what you do, and you're listening to WOOL 91.5 FM.
Yeah, sure. Hi, my name is Spatz Donovan, and I'm a worldwide adventurer of life and creative artist all around in film, music, art, theater, and, you know, whatever they'll let me. And I got to tell you, I love WOOL 91.25 FM.
91.5. Do that one more time.
Okay, I love WOOL 91.25 FM.
No,
my
not
name is Spatz
25.
Donovan, world
25.
adventurer and artist of all areas of life.
Not 25.
Unbelievable.
Not 25. 5.
91.5. Come on, one more time.
Oh, okay, from the top?
Whichever way you want to take it.
All right, my name is Spatz
No,
Donovan.
no.
And
We'll
I'm
let
an
that
adventurer
go.
of life. I'm an artist in the realm of TV, film, music, art, and I'm a lover of life. I love to love. I hate to hate. And I love WOOL 91.25 FM.
Oh, my God. All right, no problem. That was great. That was fantastic.
Hey,
I've got a grandfather. He's great. You know, that's why they call him my great-grandfather.
How do I stop laughing? Do you have a remedy for that?
Just. I always bring an extra pair of underwear.
No problem. Unbelievable.
You know, my motto in life, my mantra is I love to love, I hate to hate. And that gets you through everything, my friends. So there are no mistakes in life, because you are the boss of you, and you're the monarch of all you survey, and you paint the colors on your own canvas, and you make it happen according to your own plan. And God helps too.
That's the big one.
That's the big one, Norton.
Yeah.
Now zoom right to the moon. That's right there, Ralphie boy. Sheesh, what a grouch. Norton, you're going to get yours. When you see me walking down the street, get on the other side. Now, wait a minute, Ralph. When you walk down the street, there is no other side.
Unbelievable. Hey, we got to sign off for today. We're getting to the 2 o'clock mark where I have to sign off this show that I'm doing. Let somebody else get on. But I really enjoyed talking to you. Maybe we can do this again. Is that a possibility?
You're my Alzy Palsy.
Jerry, yeah, you up for that? Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Maybe we get Jerry to sing you a song next time.
Maybe.
And reminisce.
Bring me up there. Get me a booking, and we'll let me work with Jerry. I haven't seen him in a long time, and let him sing Elvis and Dean Martin, and we'll have a ball.
Right. He'd love to do that. I know he can't wait. Yeah. So I'm going to sign off for today, and it's been great talking with you. And God bless. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. I know you're doing a show somewhere, so.
Yeah, you remember Red Skelton, America's Great Clown?
Yeah.
He would always end the show, he'd always go, doom, 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 doom. Two seagulls, Heathcliff and Gertrude, were flying over Times Square, and Gertrude turns to Heathcliff and says, "Hey, did you see that bald-headed man down there?" He says, "Yep." I spotted him.
Good night, and may God bless.
Thank you very much.
And thank you, Spatz, for talking with us today.
Yeah. Hey, check.
I haven't even hung up yet, and already I miss you guys.
Catch him on the internet there. It's Spatz Donovan.
For information and booking, go to his website. That's spatzdonovan.weebly.com. WEEBLY.com.